Hello viewers, and welcome to my first iRacing race in over 2 years. I'm getting back on with my career, and I'm starting off in my first race in the Skip Barber, and on a circuit, I don't have the circuit name in front of me. New Hampshire, there it is. It's a circuit I've not done before, but we're pulling away. We'll get to that in just a moment. We've got lots of time. It's into turn one. The crowd is out. I do like the way they have the crowd on race day. I'm so used to doing just the time trial sessions on here, or just practice, that I always forget. Now, this is my first race in a long time. I felt very, very nervous. Let's go through my mindset of having this race. I'm the lowest ranked person in the field by some margin, and really I just wanted to let everybody pass. Now, I considered just pulling across because I really didn't want to race and get into anybody's way. I'd never raced. This is 21 laps, this race. I hadn't done 21 laps. This was the first time seeing the course. So I'd done probably about half an hour, 45 minutes on this course, and then first lap, oh my god, tyres aren't up to temperature. What a nightmare, what a nightmare. But actually it didn't feel too bad. I actually felt much more relaxed. I just wanted to let these guys go, and wasn't too much in a hurry getting back on again. That's better. I actually felt much more comfortable now. It's amazing how the psychology is when you know that you're under pressure and you know that you're just not quick enough. You're just in everybody's way. And I thought, I'm going to have a train behind me. I'm going to get taken out. Now I feel quite comfortable. And now all I want to do at this stage, and this is one thing about iRacing, your race isn't over when you make a mistake. Your race is over when you, certainly is when you smash it into a wall, but if you can keep some control, recover, then it's all to play for. So at this stage now I'm thinking, right, I don't know this course. I want to test out some different gears, different cornering techniques, and just simply follow these other guys around. And as I say, I'm a D class at the moment. These guys are all anything between C and A. Quite a bit of experience on this course for these cars, and I was just happy to follow them around, trying different techniques on each corner and seeing how the car changes throughout the race as I try and find my consistency. Now this course, as I was saying, I hadn't played it till about an hour before the race, and it's really nice. It takes a few minutes to get your head around it. A lot of undulation there, some interesting corners, but it's a really nice course. I don't know the correct gears for every corner, and also I don't know how to have my information up on the HUD there, if anyone can help me with that, because I didn't know. I didn't have any rev limiter, I didn't have, or tachometer, I didn't have my position or lap counter. I don't know how to bring that up, so that's something I need to look into. So I had nothing on the screen, no HUD, just me using the force, struggling with this corner, this long banked corner. There's a car slowing there, but not too bad. Might have touched the wall slightly, that one. Got away with it. And now into this slow corner. This curb's interesting. I don't know how much of that curb you're allowed to cut. Suffice to say, I do get a slow down warning later in the race. Of course, we have the replay in the bottom. You'll notice a slight cut in the image in the bottom there, just where there's a dividing line where my bezels would be, where it's all just sort of joined up there. So that's the issue with the image down there. But you can see I'm closing up on these guys in front now. You know, I'm getting a bit more confidence with it. I'm learning a bit more how to throw the car around. I've made it clear before when I've been racing this car. It's not a car I feel most comfortable in. It's got a strange lack of grip. You need to. Oh, somebody spins out there. That's nice. So there you go. You see one car overtaken. So now I know that as long as I don't crash, I won't finish in last place. That's always nice. And so now I've just got to keep going. I remember my best race on iRacing was at Lime Rock a couple of years ago when I played it, and I started in 3rd place. By the end of the 2nd lap I was in 9th, and I was putting in the best laps I could at the time, really pushing as hard as I could, and I finished in 3rd. And it wasn't a win, but it was my best race, better than the race I won, because I knew that I'd pushed as hard as I could throughout the race, and everybody else fell off the track, made mistakes, pushed too hard. And that's the thing, it's about pushing as hard as you can without falling off the track. because once you fall off the track, generally speaking, that's it in iRacing. You're going to hit a wall, and if you hit a wall, there's no recovery from that. If you get back to the pits, it's still going to be 2 laps down. Your race is effectively over. So you just need to make sure that you're consistent within your own limits, and that's what I'm aiming for here. I just want to stay in the hunt, close up on these guys, and see how we get on. So iRacing, it's been a while. Obviously we had Neil doing some videos for a while. Neil's gone, so I'm going to kick off with my career. This is episode 4 of my career. The first 3 episodes back in the day were filmed, and now I'm on to the Skip Barber. I'm going to run the Skip Barber as long as it takes me to get a bit more comfortable, and then I'm going to move into the Star Mazda, and you'll see my driving style change quite a bit once I'm in the Star Mazda and I'm feeling a bit more comfortable with the car, and I've got my head around the courses as well. You know, this is a new course. The other courses in this particular season, I don't have them all offhand, but generally speaking I'm a lot more comfortable with them. I'd say the least comfortable I am with the course is Kota. I've never been all that keen on the Circuit of the Americas. I find it very technical, but I don't find it very flowing. It's one thing I do like about this circuit. It does have some nice flowing corners. And there we go, we've passed another car now as well. So it all comes back to you in time, and you just have to be consistent, going round and round, and eventually you'll find your way through. So I have no idea what lap we're on. I have no lap counter. I only knew when he said 10 laps to go that we were nearly there. So, and I haven't got the whole race here. We're going to cut the race halfway through once there's boring laps, just to keep the excitement, to keep you all on the edge of your seats watching. But I'm still at the moment, I'm just enjoying this. I don't mind the fact that I'm not closing up on these guys. I am just within my limits. I'm just sort of racing consistently and comfortably at this stage, and making good progress so far. But at the same time, I'm aware that these two could have a comings together. The guy behind there wants to get in front. He's tried to make a move earlier. I can see he's possibly a bit quicker than the guy in front, but it's tricky with these cars. When you start to lose grip, it takes a while to get it back, and sometimes when you've got someone behind you the whole way, you do feel under some pressure. But, I wasn't feeling anything at the moment. I was just comfortable with where I was, and obviously there's a car behind me. I can't see it in my mirrors. It's surprising how little you can see in those mirrors. You can really only see when people are coming up alongside, but even then they're not the best. Can't see the guy behind me at all at the moment. So we close in for another lap. So very enjoyable, quite tense. I found all this quite tense. It's not like other racing games online where there's no consequence. There is consequence to iRacing. I'll probably run this course again. I'm learning a lot from doing these laps, though. I make a couple more mistakes before the end of the race, and I've learned a lot from those mistakes in terms of what techniques I was trying, and really just trying to discover more grip, trying to understand how guys are a second and a half quicker comfortably, and I'm just trying to figure out, is it the gear? I take that in third, should I take it in second? It does get a better pickup, but depending on how you shift down, you can crank the wheels and lose a bit of traction. So I'm just trying to take all that into account while I'm driving. It's all looking good at the moment, making good progress. Struggling a bit more with this, and this is where I was feeling, am I losing time on the banked corner there? Certainly I felt like it was sort of falling away from me a bit. So closing up under braking well. I'm much more comfortable on the road sections in general. It'll be interesting testing out all of the different courses in this championship season. And And this corner as well, you know, you can get on the power nice and early. So and then I probably lose a lot of time all through this section. Here I was just braking nice and straight, slow the car down into there, and then feathering the throttle, essentially just keeping the wheels turning, and then really getting on the power as soon as possible, and then flat through this section here, and then braking down into second for me. And now back on for another lap. So really enjoying this at the moment. I'd done a practice session. I thought okay, then a test session, then a qualifying, it was okay, and then in the race I make a mistake that I've not made before. So, and that was a really interesting one there. That was quite frustrating. You know, I really didn't know why it happened at the time. It really was just a case of being too hard on the brakes. I feathered the brakes slightly once I'm going in there, essentially riding them a little bit, and you know, it just caught me out. So it just seemed that perhaps as the tyres were wearing and there was a little bit less grip for me, I was struggling. So I continued and then span again on the same corner the very next lap, and then from then on I just realised that's it. I just have to slow down on the banked corner. Then I got a slow down warning as well, so lost more time for cutting this corner ahead, it said. Didn't really see that I did anything different to any other lap, but then that slowed me down a lot then, because I started to take this wider line to avoid any more penalties. And what's not clear about that corner is I can't see a clear definition for the edge of the racetrack, so some people seem to be going right over it and getting away with it, and even I did a few times. So it's one that's not clear. 2 laps to go, and this guy spins out in front of me now, and whoa, I hit the brakes, and then that's it. The car just completely spun out when it hit the grass, which was a real shame because he had a damaged car, but it was better for me to try and avoid him. Recovered as quick as I could, but that's it. That position was lost. Just 2 laps to go. The other guy, that was the leader going through, so a lap down now, but no problem. I'm still reasonably pleased with progress so far. All my objective was to get to the end of this race. That was the only objective for this race, just to get to the end, and then analyse a little bit about what I'd done so I could improve it for next time. So I've got a guy right behind me now, and I've got 1 lap to go, so I think I've got to get through this corner. If I can keep it stable through here, much slower than I was wanting to be, but nice and consistent. Chap behind me is closing up, but you know, I'm just going to follow my line. I'm just going to hit my brakes and get into the corners, take that wider line. That's the one I'm taking. It gives me a good drive up the hill, and now I'm realising that he's so close. I'm altering my driving style slightly, so I was a bit slower on the apexes through there. Didn't go up into the 4th gear, and braking down, keeping it really slow through there. A little clip on the corner, a bit more than I'd like, but I'm just trying to keep track position. I'm aware of where he is, but I'm thinking, no, I've got the corner right down now, very slow round here. That's it, now on the power, take it wide and then go in tight so he can't go inside, and then out wide. And that's it for this race. There'll be more from me very soon.
There's the flag, it's over. Great job, you did really well.